Architectural schools had a tendency to be more private. But back in 1965, they realized that in the state of Tennessee, we did not have an architecture design program. You need designers and architects to help build the future. And so the founding administration, they said, we are going to have an architectural school here at UT.
The new architecture building was not there at all when I was in school. It came years later. We were all in Esterbrook Hall.
It was a beautiful building. It was always open, come and go as you want. Leave all of your drafting supplies, anything you wanted to on your desk, never disappeared. But it was a great place, a great environment.
The Art and Architecture building opened up in my third year while I was here. I think it really marked where the college became a real college on the campus.
You can see ductwork and the lighting and conduit and everything, and then you can start realizing what actually goes into a building. I think it was a great learning tool to have that not very many College of Architectures had at that time, and probably still don't today.
The studios and how the whole building is set up as an open floor plan, and one studio to the next, there was no hard wall, so you could really hear all the things that were going on in the building at one time, and it was always a space where you could go and create.
I think UT prepared me for the profession just by establishing good business practice, good skill sets, being able to keep an open mind from a design perspective, and having the ability to communicate with somebody in an honest fashion so that you have a conversation, you get honest feedback.
My time at the university was transformative and set me on a path to a successful and rewarding career. The school offered work-study programs, a very progressive idea for the early 1970s, and this enabled me to get credit for internships and also to understand not only design, but the business of design.
So some of my most exciting times at UT was when we would come together in the group critiques and we could see what everyone had been working on and we could discuss what everyone was doing. And to me, that was just very inspiring, and I loved getting the feedback on my work, but also just being among a group of other really talented people was inspiring.
And school really prepared me to think both at a big scale to start with a master plan and then get really down into the details of figuring out what are those details that are really going to be critical and impactful to really bringing that vision to life. So school really taught us about the idea of collaboration and the idea of working with all kind of different people within our design and engineering fields that we work in every day, and really trying to use everyone's talents to bring forth the best idea and how to really get the best outcome from the project.
One day, I picked up a book, and it was about architectural competitions by students. And I thought, wow, this is really what I want to do. So I go to the dean night. We did the competition. It was fantastic. None of us won it, but it was a great moment. That idea of doing something that was really maybe well beyond what you were thinking is something I've taken with me for 43 years of practice. I have to say that goes back to the university, being open enough to let a student do what you want to do.
The study abroad program, I think the opportunities in that has been absolutely amazing. Now with 4 programs throughout the world, Helsinki, Rome, Poland, and Tokyo are absolutely amazing opportunities.
For me, it was just the first time I'd ever traveled outside the country, and I grew up in East Tennessee, so my exposure and influence at that point was pretty limited. So the time in Krakow was, on many levels, a big growth experience for me and my classmates.
I think the School of Design has changed a lot, but I think it also changes a lot with new technology. When you talk about stuff like AI coming in, I think as technology changes, the School of Design is going to change a lot. Even when I went as a guest critiquer for one of the classes, a lot of the stuff I talked about, they were like, oh, we don't do that anymore. And I was like, what do you mean? I've been gone for 8 months.
I hope to see the college continue on the trajectory that it's currently on, reaching our community, having important collaboration with entities throughout Tennessee, and there's no shortage of challenges for our profession in the future with sustainability, our environment. The students that go through the program are ingrained with a sense of design thinking to solve those problems, and I'm excited to see what they'll do.
College of Architecture and Design has such a rich history. It has always been forward-thinking and forward-facing, industry-leading and industry-pushing. I'm proud that the college is still making strides in being diverse. The college was highly competitive when I came, but I think the students are even better now. The portfolios and resumes that I'm seeing, I'm absolutely floored at the quality of work that comes from the University of Tennessee. Hands down, I believe that the College of Architecture and Design is the best program in the state of Tennessee.